What are 3 things you believe that you need to be happy in this world today?
I don't think that men should ever consider how happy they are. I think that for a man, the paradigm of analyzing yourself based on your mood is an incorrect way to approach life. I don't think it makes you competitive. I just don't think it makes you competitive. I feel like as a man, life is ultra competitive and you're constantly competing against other men, whether you realize it or not. The girl you want, other men want. If you get her, it's a competition. The dollar you want, other men want. If you get it, it's a competition. The status you want, other men want. If you get it, you won the competition. Man, life as a man is hyper competitive, and you need to build a mindset that allows you to compete at the highest echelons and the highest levels. And in my experience, the people who compete at the highest levels are not people who have any concern or care for how they feel on the day. You are a man with duties. You're a man with responsibilities. You must perform. You have things you must do, and you must do them regardless of how you feel. Whether you feel happy or you feel sad, you must still train. So considering it's not going to affect your actions, why even take it into consideration at all? Why does it matter? I don't look at myself and go, how do I be happy? I look at myself and go, how do I succeed and do everything I want to do and become competent and be successful? That's what I'm worried about, achieving my goals daily. Happiness is a byproduct. It's a side piece. But if you're going to wake up and go, I want to be happy, well, yeah, to a degree, it's feminine. It's also very childish because only women and children are so obsessed with happiness. But it doesn't make you competitive, because if you're concerned with being happy, that means you're only going to perform when you feel like it. That means you can't outcompete the men who perform every day regardless. And that's why, as a man, you need to be building a mindset that makes you as competitive as possible. And I think that considering happiness as a concept, as an idea in and of itself is a bad idea. I think it's a mistake. So it doesn't even cross my mind if I'm happy. It doesn't even cross my mind. I've got shit to do. Men can make money, but money cannot make men. And this has been proven to me endless times. I've seen so many crypto guys who make a bunch of money, or daddy's boys who have a bunch of money, but there is nothing admirable about these people. As men, they're uninteresting and they're vaporous, and women can smell it. I can smell it, everything. Men can make money. Money cannot make men. I really believe that money is nothing but an amplifier. It will amplify everything about you. If you're a person who is miserable and depressive all the time when you're broke and you can't find a way to smile, if you get rich, guess what? You're going to be worse. It amplifies. You're going to be one of them rich people who's fucking doing a bunch of drugs, a dummy, kills himself. It amplifies. So if you're a dork and you get rich, you'll be a super dork, like Bill Gates.
SBF.
If you're a big G, yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you're a big G and you get rich, you're going to be a mafia boss. It just amplifies who you truly are. So no, money is not everything. When you think of successful, I feel like it must be somebody who is winning a war. To be successful, you have to be successful against something. I believe, and my worldview is very much based on polarization. There's always a battle. You're fighting against something. Even if you're walking, you're fighting against gravity. It's always a fight. So if I were to sit and say who's successful, who's winning the biggest fights on earth right now, Elon's doing fantastically. Putin's doing a good job. There's a few people who are fighting against Putin, perhaps Putin or Elon. One of those two, I'd say. The best advice I feel like I, even now, still internalize. You can put a religious spin on it, so I will. There's different ways to analyze it. You can say God, you can say ancestors, you can say whatever. I feel like you should just always act like you're being watched by people you really respect and love. And it doesn't matter if it's in the gym, they're watching you to see how hard you train, or in that job interview, they're watching you to see how you perform, see how confident you can be, watch you put your suit on, make sure your tie's straight. I feel like you need to have a sense of duty to people who existed before you or who have given up their lives so you exist. And you need to try very hard to make sure your last name means something important. So the best advice I can give is just keep in mind there's a whole bunch of people who love you, who are looking out for you, who really care about you, and who have done a lot for you to exist as a person. And you owe them a lot of things, and you owe them your absolute best in all realms. You owe them to try your hardest and to not disappoint them. And you don't get the luxury of just existing and sitting around playing video games and being happy, being sad, eating food, whatever. All of that's by the by. You have a big debt to pay to your family, to your ancestors, to God, and you have to try very hard. And keep that in mind and let that motivate you to be your best self. And I think that's the best advice you can give teenage boy in the world today. Consuming content in a whole is kind of part of it. You have to be very careful and curate the things you listen to. There's a whole bunch of kids who are just consuming constant shit, like we're talking about Twitch and the garbage. It's difficult out there for young people. I think it's extremely distracting world. We have the biggest companies in the world with the most advanced AI and tech in the world, designed to keep you distracted and addicted to screens, watching shit that is no good for you. So it's hard. And yeah, the kids are glued to social media and glued to their screens and obsessed with all this crap. And of course they are, because it's designed to be obsessive, and they have to make sure they're taking it in a way that's good for them. Inside of my school, the real world, we actually have an entire course on regaining attention and focus, because we notice that anyone below the age 25 can't focus on anything. If you were to say, here's how you make money, go, they'd try, but after 10 minutes, because it's not flashing colors and dopamine, they can't do it. They can't read anything. They can't focus on anything. They're just addicted to TikTok screens and just new video, new video, new video, new video. So like, people have lost their minds in real time. They've lost their ability to focus on anything. So we actually have to teach that again to the younger people. It's truly crazy. It's absolutely insane. I am one of those people who's on his phone to the second he falls asleep, and the first thing I do when I wake up is grab my phone. First thing. I know you're not supposed to do that, and you're supposed to meditate and all this fucking bullshit. I'm sure I'm supposed to do loads of things. I'm supposed to meditate and not worry about it. But let me tell you something. I have a large empire and a lot of money to make, and I wake up to problems and I need fixing. So I wake up, grab my phone. I go straight in the gym. First thing I do. And I only train for like 45 minutes to an hour a day. I don't train at any commercial gyms. I always train at home, or the hotel I'm in will have a gym, or the house I'm in will have a gym. I go straight in the gym. I train. In between sets, I'm on my phone. I'll have a coffee and a bunch of water while I'm training. And when I finish, I'll sit down for another nice coffee, a proper one, when I begin my work. And every day's a work day for me, and every day's basically the same. And that'll be it. I'll tear through about 10 or 15 coffees during the day. I'm heavily caffeinated individual. And then I'll have I won't eat until maybe 4 or 5 p.m. at night. And that's a basic day, and I get a lot done. But the empire is large, and you can only delegate so much. There's a lot of people who work for me now, and we're doing very amazing things. I'll take this chance to fill anyone in who's not familiar. We have the Hustlers University, which was part of them. That was actually attacked by the Matrix when they attacked me. We've relaunched that as the real world. That's fantastic. As 150,000 students, that's going well. There's a whole bunch of work to do with that. We have the War Room, a whole bunch of work to do. We have casinos in Romania. We have property portfolios. We've even keeping 32 cars on the road. Like, there's always something to do. So it's endless work. So we wake up and get things done. We don't really club it as much anymore. You notice we don't go partying nearly as much anymore. None of that kind of stuff. So it's just very long, busy work days, getting it all done, servicing our females, making sure we stay alive, and fighting the Matrix. But I start the day with exercise, and primarily because I just want to get out of the way, because I hate it plaguing my brain. I actually don't like training anymore. I hate it. So I have to do it early so it's over. I just want to get it over with. And this is a life hack for people. If you start the day with something you truly hate, you once it's over with, you begin your whole day in a good mood, right? Because you're doing the shit you really don't want to do at the beginning. And then when it's over, after the first hour of consciousness, you get to live the rest of your day in a pretty positive new mood. So yeah, it starts with the gym.